Hey everybody, this is Darwin Ryan, the festival director of the Northfield Festival in Stockholm, Sweden. We also have the Northfield Festival in New York City. I have the honor to have Adam, and she have this beautiful award that it's actually won Best Drama Short
Yes.
Film in the Northfield Festival. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We can't say that enough. Thank you so much.
It's well deserved, guys. Well, yeah, you're very welcome. But it's a beautiful work. It's well done. It is what it is, right? So introduce yourself, please.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let Luke go first. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm Luke. I am one of the partners with Awaken the Dream Productions. I got to be the editor, colorist and sound designer for
wow.
Life After. So kind of got to wear a lot of hats, which was fun. We're a small independent company, so we all get to wear a lot of hats. So that was the role I got to do, and then we did a lot on what helps assist Autumn on set along with someone else. So that's my role.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes, he's incredible too at that.
Yes.
I'm Autumn Libengood. I'm the writer, director, producer, and art director for Awaken the Dream Productions, and for Life After. So, and I co-do everything with Luke right here. So it's been incredible.
Wow. So Luke is the guy who made the beautiful sound of your film. Wow. It's a very,
Yes.
very, very cinematic sound, to be honest. I told this to Adam before when we have this meeting. Congratulations, guys. How's this relationship between both of you came along and this project came to life? Walk me a little bit about that.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, it is. So Autumn and I actually, she met me when I was 13 years old through our church. She was working there at the time. I was obviously 13, so I was there and around.
Oh.
And I had braces at the time, so it was a little brace full face. Luke asked her if I could edit something for her, because at the time she was actually beginning to work on a feature-length film. And so I asked her, can I edit something or do something? I didn't know at all what I was doing. I knew nothing about it. And so that was, I'm now 26, so that was 13 years ago. So that started just knowing Autumn and started working on films, and we met a lot of people along the way. Now Autumn is a dear friend and mother figure, and in my life, my wife's life as well, and my kids' lives. So really great relationship. But yeah, started making art through the church, and we've done a lot of things over the years. So that's kind of started.
Wow. What can you add, Adam? Amazing story, yeah?
That I'll never forget. Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my feed is being a little funny, so if I'm not answering like right fast, my feed is being weird.
That's okay.
But I would add that is one of my very favorite stories ever, is when he came up and asked if he could edit for me. And I tell everybody that other than my relationship with Jesus Christ, that was the best decision I ever made in my whole life, was to say yes to him. And some people are be like, he was 13, could he really do it? And I was like, it's what God provided, and I was so happy. But it's been I would not be where I am today without Luke's assistance, and so I'm very thankful for him,
and vice versa. Absolutely.
Wow. So guys, I've been watching your film all in other festivals. You've been winning quite a lot. You've been expecting all the success you were having. I mean, it's obviously, it's not like I'm just, trying to say be nice to you, but it's a good product. Definitely, yes. Cinematic, it's well edited, the sound is in place. You were expecting all the success you're having now, guys?
I personally wasn't. Honestly, I remember making it in the middle of it. I thought, this is really good, but I never thought it would go this far. I really didn't. I honestly can remember saying, like, I prayed and I was like, you know, God's kingdom come, God's will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And so I prayed his favor over it. And I prayed that as we step forward, that I was walking in his calling and his purpose. And so I literally made it for my Savior and my Creator. And whoever liked it was great with me. But I knew that I didn't expect it to be this big. I didn't. So like, I don't know, maybe that was just me being like, I'm not, you know, but I just trusted the Lord. And so Luke, your turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I would echo a lot of that. You know, we've done a lot of projects together, officially under the banner of our company. While we've been together, this is our third official kind of drama we've done. And now Autumn's done far more than that before me. We've done more outside of our company too. But you know, those two were really good educational pieces, but they didn't garner critical acclaim. And so you kind of go into this one like, you always hope for it, right? I don't think anyone's being honest if they say, you know, it doesn't matter. I mean, I think you hope for it to some degree, but really, we made this story that we wanted to make. And some people did tell us like, oh, you're going to win all the awards. And we're like, well, we were thankful for that, but it also hasn't happened for other projects per se. So we were skeptical, right? And we've been very grateful that it has done. I think a big part of that is because Autumn poured her soul into this story. And it was very honest and real. And it wasn't made for, will people like this? And none of our projects have been made for people like it, but we're really grateful that people have liked it for this one, for sure.
What about you guys? Have you reconsidered maybe this can be a feature film? What is your thoughts on that?
I'll let Autumn take it. Yeah.
Yes, without a doubt. We won a 5-part episodic, really, truly. And so with every award that we win, so that's why we're so thankful and so grateful for you to choose this, is because with every single thing we've won, we actually feel like we're one step closer to the goal, which is a 5-part episodic. And that's a 5-part miniseries. And so and we want we would desire the wins because we want a studio to take it serious. So yes, that is the #1 goal.
I think you guys should go for it, definitely, because there's not so many of these stories, you know, nowadays actually.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's incredible. This story started. Autumn wrote a very large book all around this entire story. And then that kind of got distilled down into what's interesting, it got distilled down into kind of some screenplays. Autumn, for a second there, wasn't it almost a stage play too?
Yes.
It was
everything.
It became a lot of things. It came down to, what if we take
I found this on the web for if you have a lot of things.
Siri just started, decided it wanted to join.
It's all good.
Anyways, sorry about that. Autumn we decided to take it down, and really at the behest of one of our crew members, into filming a couple of scenes from that screenplay. So it's really incredible. The story is there and developing too into more episodic. The story is there. So it's really exciting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see it. You guys can do it, definitely. You have something good. They tell me about the casting. Casting is really good, huh? Adam and Luke.
Oh.
Yes, definitely. They
Oh.
are real. How was that process? You know them, right, Adam?
Yes. The process. Do you want to take a look, or do you want me to?
I can take part, and you can jump in too. We had an incredible cast, and we were so just, you saw their performances. They were dynamic and inspiring. It's incredible. It's kind of almost a family casting affair, because our lead, Jordan, along with our other lead, Abby, our husband and wife, their daughter is in it as well, playing her mother. And so it's kind of fun that it's all a family thing there.
Wow.
But Jordan recommended to us. We actually worked with him on a project that wasn't our own, and we kind of met him through there. And he auditioned, and he blew us away. Honestly, he was just incredible. And when Autumn asked, actually, you know, hey, do you know anyone that, you know, could act alongside you for this very heavy dialogue and kiss you and slap you and all this other stuff? And it's like, oh, my wife has. So that was incredible. And Autumn, I'll let you tell a little bit about Darren, how he came to
Yeah.
us.
No, so Darren, the bad guy, actually my first cast member was Brenda, who plays Mother Superior. And I've known her forever. She was in my first feature film, Brenda. And she's incredible, super, super sweet. And she actually agreed to play Mother Superior before we even remotely started to cast. And you have to know, Brenda is one of the kindest people I ever knew in my life. And so for her to play like this bad character was like, oh my goodness, wow. But after that, I started to look for Jays, which is the bad guy. And BG, my cinematographer, my DP, he knew Darren because he'd worked with him on a previous project. And so I had reached out to several other actors. Nobody seemed to grasp who Jace was. It was a very interesting thing because I got a lot of feedback where it's like I couldn't play that role or this role's too much. But when I auditioned Darren, Darren was like, I'd love to. And he auditioned and he just blew us out of the water. And so he was the second cast member. And he's actually then I went to Darren and was like, I need like 5 people that you're close with as an actor that you're comfortable with, because these are very intimate scenes. And then that's when actually we had never considered Jordan, but that's when he recommended Jordan. We were like, duh, why didn't we think of Jordan? And but I contacted every actor that he recommended, and it was Jordan's performance that was just blew us out of the mind. And so it was incredible. So yeah, and then Keith, he's in there for like 3 or 4 seconds. Keith Migra, he was actually a friend of Darren's, and he did great too.
Wow, amazing, huh? That's
yeah.
That's networking, basically, right? It's like getting friends.
Yeah.
Well, actually, as independents that we are, we have to really rely on networking actually in this industry.
Yeah.
Guys, tell me something. We know as independent filmmakers that the most hardest part is the money. Okay, we already know that part. All right.
Yeah.
Besides that part of money, what was the most challenging part of making Life After? What do you think?
This has been
Go ahead. You Luke first.
Okay, yeah. I would say by and large, Life After has been our easiest production. And not mentally necessarily, but really the reason it's been easy is from like just a flow standpoint, a planning standpoint, and making it happen standpoint. We've done other productions that are real challenges, and then we learned a lot of really difficult things from. So I would say that it's been, thankfully, a really smooth process, which is great. I would say outside of money, the most difficult part for me was probably just the highly technical piece for me was we filmed in this church that was a big room, a lot of wood and windows, and the audio, while it was as good as we could have captured it, it was still very much in an echo chamber. So for me, just it was a highly technical thing. Is most difficult for me is actually cleaning up the audio. I know it's super technical, but Autumn will give something more overviewing. But for me, that was the hardest part, actually, this project.
I would say the hardest part for me was locations. That was a very challenging one for me because the church we filmed in, I actually always planned to film in, but they had put up these great big TVs, and I was like, oh no. And so I didn't think we could use it. And so finding a long story short, I went to multiple other churches, nobody would allow us, and I ended to going back to Mount Hope and actually asking, and then also finding the other location for the flashback scenes and all that. Those were all very difficult locations to create. And then the flashback scenes with Jordan and Darren, that scene, like that room, I had to like redo the whole entire thing. And then part of the church was that it wasn't a Catholic church, so we had to turn it Catholic. And so we had to, my dad had to like create like this beautiful cross, and we had to create altars, and we had to do all this this whole setup. And so for me, that was like the most difficult part. I'd say there was a couple of scenes that were very difficult to film emotionally. But that would be those would be the technical aspect and the emotional aspect.
Right. Aaron, let me ask you this. Do you like to do many takes, or you are effective with less takes? In life after, let's say. What do you think?
Let's see. I think I am a medium. I believe in, like, we did the confession between Jordan and Abby at the very where they're like crying and everything. We did 7 takes of that.
Oh.
And yeah, and so it was 7 takes, that was it. We were done. The other parts, I would say, camera speaking was probably more issues with the cameras and the focus and not the actors. And so we did more takes of that a few times than what I even like to do, but it was generally because of the cameras. And so I would say I'm a medium. Luke, do you think I'm a medium? You know me best.
Yeah, I would definitely say if an actor and the technical aspects of a shot nailed it, we would probably, and I mean nailed it, right? Perfect. We would probably do one and then another one. And
yeah.
But I'd say that there are certainly just so many dynamic moving parts in this, even though it's not action based, but there were so many moving parts in this that we did end up doing a lot of takes just to really make sure we got it. So I would say medium, but it just depends on a lot of other factors too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Luke, you are a man of many hats, right? You have your editor, colorist, sound mix. I mean, how do you handle that? What was the hardest part? The sound, the color, the editing? What do you think? Or everything together?
You know, that's a great question. I think actually the hardest one on this one was color. And the reason I say that is we had
color is beautiful.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. It's we had 3 very distinctive looks in this short. We had the look in the church, we had the look for flashbacks, and we had a look. Well, we had a look for Alex's flashback and a look for Jordan's flashback. And sorry, I'm kind of intermixing names between cast members' names and their actual. And we had 3 looks that are really different for each other. We didn't actually shoot with those looks in mind as much as we should have. That's a good growth kind of for us next time. But so it was kind of creative after the fact. So there was some challenges there in creating those looks. I'm really pleased with how they took, but I think that was the most challenging part. And then it probably comes close is cleaning up some of the audio in the church itself. But yeah, they were great challenges. I learned a lot from.
Right. And I don't know how much tweaking you were asking to Luke to be doing all the time you watch it was a match, or would you were pretty, I mean, Luke, he looks a very professional technical guy as far as I can see it. So I see it. How was the relationship between both of you?
Luke and I like literally worked so well together. It's honestly almost to the point where I can go, okay, you got it. All right, good. And like he just understands me. I would say I sent him colors from a couple of like things that I loved, and I'd say this is what I like. And then I would let him have the creative side of like, okay, this is what she likes. Now I'm going to build off of that and use his own creative side. I don't nitpick, like in the sense of do it my way. It has to be my way. No, it's his creative side. I'm not going to put him in a box. Right. And I think that's part of working as a team. So there was only, I would say now, as far as the camera, I'm probably a little bit more particular on my shots than I am my, so there was a couple particular things that I knew I wanted, and I did expect and clearly communicated that with BG, my cinematographer. Now that one I can say I'm a little bit more direct on the sense of, no, I want the
you know what you want.
like that and like this, and so I will make sure we get that. What, Luke?
Sorry, I caught up late.
No.
I said, you know what you want for those shots, for some very specific.
Yes.
Shots.
And normally it's because every shot to me means something, and I want to make sure I'm subliminally telling my story too. And BG is great to work with. We've never he's one of my best friends, so we communicate very well together. And so it's a great team. So that's what I would say.
Wow. That's why this film is so beautiful, right? It's a good energy actually in the film. Guys, congratulations, really well deserved, huh? Amazing work.
Well,
I'm looking forward to see you in Barcelona so we can show this in Barcelona. We're gonna show it anyways, even if you guys don't come over. I'm gonna figure out a way. Okay.
We appreciate it.
Thank
Well,
you
I
for
just
having
want to
us.
I want to take the time to just say thank you again for this honor. We really, Luke and I can't say that enough. And honestly, it means the world to us. Go ahead, Luke.
Yeah, we're so grateful. Honestly, it's every one of these is not lost on us. We get to do this, and we're grateful for that. So thank you.
Yep.
So everyone, looking at Adam with this beautiful movie, a winner of the drama short film in Stockholm, Sweden, Life After. Congratulations, beautiful work, guys. Looking forward to see you in Barcelona, otherwise in New York in February 2025. We're gonna be in touch, guys. We're gonna be in touch and see how can we take this further. Okay, for sure.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys. Nice talking to you.
Bye-bye.
The winners. See you guys.
Yes.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.